So absolutely. My next question is, what's my next step to having a lot of money?
Hopefully you'll marry someone really rich. Well, you don't have to. Here's the thing. Are you getting it that the next step is always the same thing, get in the vortex?
Yes.
Are you getting it that it's not only the next step, it's the only step we've got? It was hardly worth $195, was it? It's all we've got. Just get in the vortex, because when you take the time to get into alignment, you become a cooperative component. All the cooperative components then begin to reveal themselves to you. So what's the next step is a sort of outside the vortex question, isn't it? It's what can I do? Where should I go? How will it come about? And we say, all of it is already, this is the thing that we know so powerfully, that we want to find a way of conveying to you so that you will begin to feel it too. But words don't teach. It's only life experience that teaches. So we'll just tell you what we know. That all of the opportunities and interests and rendezvous points, they're already there. You just have to get in there and stay there long enough that you become a translator into action of what is there. We're going to take this to a new place, so stay with us just for a little bit. The thing that you like about this action world, this tangible world, this manifested world, is that you can translate it visually and auditorily. So when you walk into a room, if there's someone there, you see them and you can observe them, you can take them in, you can acknowledge them, you can converse with them, you could touch them, you could even lick them if they would let you. In other words, you can don't do it unless you're sure you're both in the vortex. But there is a satisfying experience in the tactile tangibleness of this manifested world. And so when we talk about this vortex, this vibrational reality, we know it feels like well, Abraham just wants us to go sit on a cloud somewhere, or it feels like we're trying to get you to distract yourself from reality and just be a feeling person. And while that is the first step, it is our promise to you that once you begin hanging around in this vibrational state of being, in alignment with who you are, your ability to see and hear and smell and taste and touch from inside the vortex becomes as tactile as this manifested world. And you begin living what we are calling real time, where the whole of you is experiencing this physical experience. It's not accurate for us to say that mostly physical is outside the vortex and mostly non-physical is inside the vortex, because it is absolutely possible to be physically focused and be predominantly in the vortex. And the younger you are, the more you know that possibility and the more you resent every moment that you're not. In other words, that's why you take it so hard when you're not, because you still have that cellular memory even that things are supposed to go well for you and that you're supposed to feel good. So what we're wanting to convince you of is that this vibrational state of being will become as vivid and as real and as touchable and hearable and seeable and smellable and tasteable as anything that you know in your physical manifested world. It will manifest. In other words, things do manifest in the vortex. That's what we're wanting to say to you. You can make things manifest. You can allow things to manifest. They're already in the vortex and they are not yet manifested because, they're not yet manifested because you're not yet there to translate them into the manifestation. That's what we've been meaning to say to you. So when you practice being in the vortex, and you practice until it just feels good to be in there, then you begin translating through your physical senses into manifestation all of those wonderful things that you want, because you have trained yourself through meditation, through appreciation, through compliments, through scripting, through feeling good. You've trained yourself into the vibrational frequency of all of those cooperative components, and then you must awaken to them. They must reveal themselves to you. And other people watching you in your manifestations will not know how you've accomplished it. In other words, you're watching people living their manifested vortex all over the place, and to you it just looks like they were lucky, or they were in the right place at the right time. You have no way of knowing what they accomplished or how they did it vibrationally. Sometimes they're just born into a family that thinks that way, so they think that way early on. But it is so much more delicious to be born into contrast and to feel your vortex full of wonderful stuff, and then to figure out how to get in there, and then to deliberately stay there so that you get to be there in the conscious discovery of each unfolding. Because you see, it's not about wanting something and snapping your fingers and there it is. That wouldn't be satisfying. The fun thing is to carve it out of contrast and put it there, and then mold yourself into alignment with it and feel yourself getting closer and closer to it, and then watch step by step all day long as the components that are cooperative to you begin to reveal themselves to you in a string of never-ending, always unfolding, delicious life experience. It just does not get any better than being physically focused and consciously understanding what creation is all about. Friends, we have taken this law of attraction discussion into a place it has never been before. Yes. Can you feel how the power of your question brought the power of our answer? Don't you love knowing that there is another side to all of that you're wanting to know? Don't you love knowing that it's there? And doesn't it make you just want to go in the vortex and discover it? Do you believe in the existence of this vortex? Is it a place? Can it be?